Hey fam, here tonight with Rob. Just got back into town. We just wanted to drop a quick video to update y'all on everything that is going on. So, first off, a deep, heartfelt thank you to everyone that pitched in. It was amazing the result that we got to be able to help out family members and relations of family members. This isn't even half, but each one of these Amazon gift receipts represents a package that we got, with medicine, blankets, food, water, uh, you know, uh, glucose testing strips for diabetics, like just every first aid kits, like everything you can imagine. It has been amazing. Our front door has been open 5, 6 times a day, bringing in packages from all of you that donated. We have received donations from Michigan. We have received donations from Arizona. We have received donations from Florida. Like it's crazy how far-reaching word went out, and we are just flabbergasted and grateful for all the support. Monetarily, we raised over $2,500 that went into buying supplies, buying gas, buying propane, buying can openers and drinks and washcloths. I mean, everything you would need. Soaps and dish towels and everything you would need for just day to day survival when you literally don't have a home and you're living out of a car or a tent because everything you own was washed away or demolished. Um, we got hundreds of dollars worth of pet food delivered to families that need them. Jay and Sarah took a run up last weekend and delivered that to families that were in need. And then Rob and Chase just got back from a run out right up the border of Carolina and Tennessee, out near Irwin, um, to get stuff handed directly into the hands of people that needed it. And then myself and Frank are making a run this weekend. We'll be going Sunday down near Blowing Rock, North Carolina, and down into Burnsville, where it's still rough. Uh, but to give you guys an idea of the good that you've done, and I'll let Rob touch on this more because I wasn't there personally, but a lot of the supplies that we were able to procure and a generator that we had donated by when my neighbor saw all these packages at our front door, he'd ask me what's going on. I relayed him, what Pit Crew was doing and what we were trying to do for families, and he actually donated a brand new like $600 new in box generator that he had purchased that he had never used, and he's like, I'm sure you can find someone that'll need this. So it's just awesome how kindness breeds kindness like that. But there was a family in right on the border of Carolina on the other side in Tennessee who quite literally, in the true sense of the word, literally lost everything. Their entire house was washed away in the flood. Literally everything. When the storm passed, everything that they owned were the clothes on their backs. Their car was washed away. Their house was washed away. Like it was just, I can't even imagine the devastating. Like it chokes me up to think about it. Um, but we were able to pull straight up to their property. They're currently living out of tents, day by day, doing the best they can to try and get, a temporary structure up while they get power restored. And
Festival camping, but permanently.
yeah,
right now.
permanent festival camping. That's a great way to put it. So we were able to get a generator to them and, all the supplies and everything. Um, so we haven't posted pictures, we haven't posted videos because we're not trying to clout chase for any of this. It's just we're trying to look out for family, and B, uh, if you're at your lowest point like that, I think the last thing you want are some people walking around and being like, "Hey, can I get a picture with you? Hey, can I?" So it's just
Watch
it
me
does,
do this good deed.
yeah,
Here's a picture,
precisely. We're not
like,
we're not trying to virtual signal or anything like that. We did uh grab a couple selfies with the people that we were able to bless with these supplies and take care of, um just for posterity and with their permission of, hey, just in case anyone had questions, or for
transparency purposes.
transparency, exactly. Or if the tax man ever shows at my front door and it's like, hey, you got $5,000 worth of donations, where do those go? I can be like, hey, right here, like they got into the right hands.
Yeah.
So, but we've had people ask for some pictures, or like, hey, you should go live when you're dropping off and stuff, and it's like we understand your heart's in the right place, but that's not what we're trying to accomplish with this. We're just trying to make people's lives easier and trying to help out as best we can. But I'll let Rob take over. As far as his experience down in Irwin, and it's mind-boggling what those people went through.
So the town that we went to was Embryville. We have a family member who's been in pit crew for years now. Quite literally, on the edge of the property, the one family that lost everything except for their deck, which was very well made. Their entire house was washed away with the river. We were able to get them the generator, and part of the issue with that is the power company can't put a power box where there isn't a house. So they're going to be living off that generator for quite a while. So that's going to be awesome. A lot of the water has receded, and this is where they're going into damage control. Entire neighborhood. We drove through or drove past on the main road a field, and it was not a field before. It was a neighborhood. It was literally just dirt on top of foundations. It's hard to put into words the devastation, and yeah, it's really insane. Just kind of understand where we're coming from, where all of this stuff went, and thank you for allowing us to go in. And we kind of kept it a little closer because we weren't going in to necessarily help with cleanup yet. That might happen down the road. We might get with one of these other organizations that is going in. But right now, we kind of just wanted to get all this supplies out there. So, yeah, it's actually this town was also completely stuck there, so to speak. The road was washed out. The bridge was washed out. There was no way to get out. There's no way. Embryville is next to Irwin if you look at it on a map. However, they used to be connected by a road. That road had a bridge. That bridge is no longer there, so they can no longer get to there. So a lot of people actually worked in Irwin because that was the nearest town. So a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people don't have cars anymore because those were also taken away. So it's quite crazy to think about. So thank you for allowing me and Chase to go into that area and bless these people. So we took all of the stuff. We let the one family go through it, kind of gave them first dibs because we knew they needed everything, and so many others did. And then we took everything to Embryville. I think it's a Baptist church, right across the street from our family member's house. And they've kind of set up a store for the residents of the 3 towns there. So members are able to, or not members, anybody's able to go shop there that lives in that community, and they do it completely for free. They're actually running low on
shop.
Yeah. Yes. Shop.
Go pick out what you need.
They get a box, and they're allowed to go pick out the peanut butter or food. There's some sodas there because people want to enjoy something. There's tons of water. But they were running low on certain supplies. And the face of the volunteer when we rolled up she was in tears watching us or seeing all the stuff we brought and how we weren't doing it for any type of we're not a big organization. I tried to explain to her what Pit Crew was, but think about nobody in the music community or has never heard of Pit Crew. How do you explain Pit Crew? We're just a group of individuals that like to go to concerts, but we're also like to spread positivity. So
it's also kind of a non sequitur whenever you're explaining, like, hey, who are these guys that just pulled up with a U-Haul truck stacked to the roof with supplies? It's like, oh, those are guys that really like live music.
Yeah,
So
there's no connection there except for we like to bring in positivity, and so quite literally we got to do that. The National Guard was there actually helping us unload the trailer. The National Guard got there when me and Chase got there on Monday evening. The National Guard was there, I think, Tuesday morning. So our family member, Jamie Rockmeyer, he didn't mind being named or anything. He's our family member out that area. So we were talking about it. He was calling me and Chase's good luck charm the entire time we were there. So the day we got there, they got power. The next day, the National Guard showed up. And then the next day, they got water. So the only thing left they need is internet, and Elon Musk provided that. So it's actually, it was really cool to be in that part, but still getting this stuff out to them. Mm-hmm. So It's really awesome. Oh, by the way, just in case somebody might have got this far in the video and hasn't noticed, the Amazon wish list has been killed for right now.
Yeah.
That is just so random packages aren't arriving to Spoon's house. And then
we want to make sure the resources are being poured where they're going to get places. So after we currently don't have another run planned after this one that Frank and I are taking this Sunday, we have already started talking about doing stuff for winter that's coming up, because I mean it's already been below 40 the past couple nights, especially once you get up into the mountains. It's probably lower. That's here in Raleigh. I can imagine what it is out there.
It was about 40 at the night the other night. So yeah.
There you go. And talking about potentially doing a Christmas drive for families that are affected and can't afford, that they don't even have a house for Santa to come visit, so we might have to do some hand deliveries there again. Yeah.
And then another thing, Milton, where it's kind of on our radar as well.
Mm-hmm.
As far as we know right now, all of our family members are accounted for and good.
We got check-ins from all the family that we knew were in the area, and they're all good. Thankfully, they're all good to go.
Mm-hmm. So as far as that, I actually live down that way. So my family's good. We're good. But it is on our radar, and we're trying to keep these things in mind for these big life events to kind of help as many people as possible.
Correct. And then, as an example, some firsthand experience of why, because people are asking like, well, why are you driving all this stuff, Artha? Why don't you just drop it at the Red Cross or whatever? Why don't you have it delivered? Whatever. We want to make sure that all the good Pit Crew is doing is correctly applied. So that's why we're taking this personal effort. It's why we're, putting in, these hours and this energy, because the National Guard, while Chase and Rob were out there, they were telling horse stories, and why it was important for us to get it into a local church, donation, so that was run by the community and not run by, a conglomerate or whatever, some overarching, soulless corporation. Because the National Guard were telling stories as they're unloading the truck, getting all these supplies in where they need to go. The National Guard is telling horse stories to Rob and Chase about these. I mean, I have words. I could go on for about 1:45 of how many words many words I want to use to describe these people. So but I'm just gonna go with scumbags. These absolute scumbags were pulling up to donation centers in a big pickup truck and loading up with supplies, and then they were caught driving to the next town over and selling the supplies to people.
They were trying to go into Johnson City and return stuff to other stores and get the money back, or gift cards, or maybe try to sell it on Facebook Marketplace or what have you, right? Like, it's just
the lowest scumbag human
luckily
can imagine.
So at the church, there were volunteers there that were part of the church, and they were the ones kind of running it, and the National Guard was just there really as muscle to kind of help. They helped us unload the trailer, which was awesome. I think we can post a pic of the trailer and probably be in the comments on the page or something. That trailer was packed, which was really awesome. Especially when in the beginning of the week we had nothing to really put in the trailer. So so just having faith in the community we have is really something special to see from this end. And that's why we're making this video, to show you guys, like, this wasn't us. This wasn't me and Spoon. This wasn't me and Chase or any of us. This is much bigger than us. This is the community. This is our family. So
this was like as we stated, we received deliveries from the Amazon wish list from people in Arizona, from people in Michigan, from people in Florida.
People we had never even heard of, really. Like, we had names that we don't even know.
And that for any of y'all out there that know me personally, that's saying a lot. So and just to give you an idea of like the quality, again, I'm not going to name names to embarrass anyone or anything. I haven't asked permission. So, but there was a family member that was devastated by this hurricane. They lost their entire house. They had a tree literally turn their house into a duplex with an open floor plan. Like, it just got samurai sworded by a huge tree, and is completely, displaced, and has to wait for insurance to come through and build a new house and yada, yada. And when we sent the word out of like, hey, this is what we're doing, this is what we're trying to accomplish, this is what we're trying to raise, he contacted us asking how to donate and what we needed. And we're like, dude, you just lost your whole house. Like,
You're good.
you are the people we're trying to help right now. It's you.
You're
but
making this hard.
But he was worried about like, there are people that have it worse than me. What can I do to help? I'm like, bro, you lost your entire house.
We're good. Yeah.
You're good. We got this. Like,
Yeah.
we can let us run with this one. It's like,
Yeah.
but that's the quality that this has brought out of people, and that's the quality that you see inside a pit crew, and it's humbling and it is awe-inspiring, and it's just.
And even if you didn't donate anything, money or even buying anything off the wish list, a share, a like, any type of interaction from the back end, I think there's been a lot of people that have seen it. It got to the far reaches of the internet, shared hundreds of times. So thank you. Even if you're not in a place to really give financially, just the love and support, honestly, really does go real. Knowing we have support on the back end really goes a long way. So thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. And that's also one of the reasons that we haven't specifically named names, is because we don't want anyone to feel less than or left out, because we know that there are so many people out there that were affected by Helene and that absolutely undoubtedly would give, but they're just not in a position to. So, when we were talking about, well, maybe we should give shout outs, whatever like that, we didn't want anyone to feel like, oh man, I should have given something. And it's like, there's so many people that I know for a fact would and have in the past and have supported our different, veterans charities and the Semper Fi Fund. And, we've done toy drives or, the charity events at the Rooster, anything like that. There are people that have given and given and given, and they got hit by the hurricane and they're not in a position to right now. So we wanted to make sure that, everyone knew that this was a family effort and everyone came together. And even like Rob said, even just a share, a comment, a like, a repost on the cry that we sent out for, to get help and to get these funds raised and to get this wish list bought and donated. Everything helped, and it was awesome. It all came together. It was a family effort. So we've been talking your ear off for almost 18 minutes. So we're going to let you go. We wanted this to be short and sweet, but man, there's so much. The past 2 weeks of putting this all together and reaching out to people is just it's been a lot, but it has been one of the most fulfilling.
And we don't think it's fair to just be like, hey, everything got to where it needed to go. Thanks, bye.
Exactly.
Like, we could say that all day, but yeah.
Exactly. So. But we got Embryville and Unicoi and Irwin and a lot of really small communities right there on the line on the state border taken care of. And then like in Asheville, we got some deliveries to Asheville done, and then Frank and I are going this weekend, and we're going to hit up Blowing Rock and Burnsville, and potentially one or two more if we can identify some targets in between now and Tires on Highway. So. But thank you all so much. I'll never be able to just say it enough. It's been amazing what we were able to do together as a family, and to see the smiles and the looks on people's faces, and just to be able to, someone that has literally nothing, like someone that is permanently festival camping, to be able to walk up and hand them a generator and some changes of clothes and soap and shampoo.
I'll give you one more. Permanently festival camping at Blue Ridge Rock Festival. They had
Epicenter.
Or
Epicenter was super screwed up as well.
I'm like 3 or 4 Blue Ridges or 1 Epicenter,
or day 1 of Welcome to Rockville of the past 7 years or so.
Louder Than Life this year.
Yeah.
Like all of them. But yeah, so thank you, and this has really breathed in some really cool opportunities for the future. So we're going to leave you with #soon.
#soon, absolutely. Like I said, we got things coming up in the holidays that we want to try and get some families taken care of, and we've already identified a lot of need for winter supplies, blankets, heating packs, thick coats, everything that when you're living in a tent, nights get cold.
Heated
So,
blankets.
Heated blankets, a lifesaver is what I've been told. So, but yeah, we'll definitely be in touch about that. Thank you guys so much. We love you all. We even love Rob. This is proof of it, I guess. I let him stay in my house, so
For now,
there's
they're
no going
kicking
back.
me out at night.
Yeah, that's it. I make him sleep in the
I gotta
parking
go
lot.
sleep outside of my car.
Love you guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank
All
you.
be safe.